Hello and welcome to another audio analysis. In today's video we'll be taking a look at the track Strings by the American rock musician Keith Wallen. This is the first single to be taken from his upcoming second solo studio album in the form of Infinity Now, which is due to be released on May 3rd, 2024 and serves as a follow-up to 2021's This World or the Next. But he's certainly best known as being the rhythm guitarist for a number of other bands, initially starting out in Copper, being the lead frontman for that band in the early 2000s. He would then go on to join Adelita's Way as the rhythm guitarist for them from 2009 till 2013, and since 2014 he's also been the rhythm guitarist for hard rock band Breaking Benjamin, and he's also written a number of other songs for some really big names, the likes of Pillar, the likes of Red. He's worked on a variety of different projects, really as a songwriter, as a producer, and as a musician himself, so a very talented man in the music that he's able to produce or help others to produce as well. And with his solo work, we have seen previous tracks really focus on this much more atmospheric rock style that does incorporate some electronic elements, so enabling him to do something slightly different to what we do see from the likes of Breaking Benjamin, which is much more focused on that pure hard rock style. So will this latest single be tied up too tight or have no strings attached? Let's take a look at exactly how it sounds.
Practice what they preach in church. I don't need a politician to teach me how to keep my word. I bet you like the cage. It makes you feel so safe. You accept your fate. I'm not ready to lay down and die. There's still blood in this beating heart of my tongue. Still cut switchblade sharp. Living into living if I can't live free. You won't tie your strings on me.
Okay, we can really see that hard rock style coming through, but also intertwining these electronic elements into this track. One thing that I've always loved about his voice is how he does have, like he's just said, this switchblade sharp style where he can go for something soft into something almost a bit more with a bit of a bite to it in his vocal style. It's something we see people like Adam Gontier do from Saint Asonia, who Keith's actually worked with in the past as well. So I really do love his vocal style. It always captures me, especially did it on that first album, This World or the Next, and he's doing the exact same thing here. He's got a very unique and strong vocal tone, and it's a shame obviously sometimes when he's just kind of limited to the backing vocals, but this certainly does allow him to be solely at the forefront. And this really feels like a track that can reflect on two different things: a person that's trying to hold you down, or a society that's trying to hold you down. The idea of living free. I don't need a bad religion to practice what they preach in church. I don't need this reason to do certain things. I don't need a politician to teach me how to keep my word. I can do that myself. I don't need to look at others to be able to actually do things in life. I don't need someone to almost tie me down. So I really like the way that message is coming across clear cut from the start of this track. I bet you like the cage. It makes you feel so safe. You accept your fate. I'm not ready to lay down and die. So the idea of people being confined by certain social constructs or other people or a variety of different things, it really keeps it very open to interpretation. It really shows that I'm not ready to lay down and die. I'm ready to go out and do what I want to do, to live my best life. There's still blood in this beating heart and my tongue still cuts switchblade sharp. I really like the alliteration on those last two words. It is very sharp action. I really like the way that it's kind of bringing in something very pointy, very sharp to really show the emphasis on that particular lyric. Living isn't living if I can't live free. And it's such a simple, easy, clear-cut message. It's really coming through. I just want to make sure that I'm not being tied down by other people, because then I'm not living unless I get to do what I want. I don't want to be tied to a certain thing. So the idea of strings also really fits in very well with the lyrics that we've got constructed into this track. You won't tie your strings on me. So I like how it's not just putting the idea of you onto a person. It could be, like I said, different societal things, whether it be religion or politics, things like that. Not being held to one idea, letting them rule your own thoughts and ideas. So really strong lyrics really coming in to really convey this very clear, precise message on this track so far.
I don't need a pill to fix me. Create the poison just to sell the cure. I don't need a needle in me. No one's gonna win that war. There's still blood in this beating heart, and my tongue still cuts switchblade sharp. It makes you feel so safe. You accept your fate. I'm not ready to lay down and die. There's still blood in this beating heart, and my tongue still got switchblade. Living isn't living if I can't live free. You won't tie your strings on me. There's still blood in this beating heart, and my tongue still got switchblade. Living isn't living if I can't live free. You won't tie your strings on me. You won't tie your strings on me.
What a beautiful little track that was. I really enjoyed that. I love the way that it has this powerful message. It's really being driven across from the track, and it's clear, it's concise. I like a couple of the little musical elements we did see, including just that very brief switch into that acoustic guitar, just that moment of freedom almost being laid out in front of you. And we saw it with the imagery kind of opting to move into this kind of very basic and quick image of someone with birds in the sky, the sunset, like you've got your whole life ahead of you. So maybe it's the idea that you've been freed from the person or the thing that has been tying you down and holding you back in life. I bet you like the cage, it makes you feel safe. So again, really just showing this confinement of accepting your fate. And although you don't need to throw hundreds of different lyrics in, it's really strong, the reiteration of this very simple message. It's not convoluted, it's not throwing too much into the track, it's really keeping to very simplistic ideas. I don't need a pill to fix me, create the poison just to sell the cure. So you can really see that society idea of being sold something then selling you the same cure, so giving you these different messages of what you need to do in life. And it almost shows that placebo effect of being sold something that doesn't actually do anything for you, but you're led to believe that it does. So I really like that. I don't need a needle in me, no one's going to win that war. So I don't need to turn to substance misuse and things like that to get myself through the day, because it holds me down, it stops me from allowing me my freedom. So very simple track, really just clear, concise, and a very powerful anthemic chorus as well, as we do see these really interesting slight switches within the track. So if you can produce more of this on this upcoming album, I very much can't wait to hear more of what we get to hear from Keith going forward, because this is definitely a very strong opening to this upcoming second album. So that will be everything for today's video, but as always, feel free to let me know your thoughts about this track in the comment section below. Certainly a song that I'm going to be playing quite a number of times. I do feel it's got that really strong replayability. I can just picture, I can hear the chorus in my head now, and I almost want to go back and listen to it again. It's short, it's simple, it's effective, and that's what I love to see about certain tracks but that do have that very clear-cut message. So just can't wait to hear more from him going forward later on in the year. Also, if you'd like to see more content like this, then please do feel free to subscribe, and I will see you in the next audio analysis.